My goal from a very young age was always to be financially free, meaning I do not need to rely on anybody or any job for the rest of my life. My name is Melanie Bajrovic. I went from waitressing and bartending for 15 years, earning minimum wage, to now being a multi-million-dollar real estate investor and serial entrepreneur. Let's get everybody warmed up and ready to rock and roll. I was able to retire early, and one of the fun things, and we are here right now at the theater, is I created and produced a show called The Champagne Showgirls. My grandparents were the first ones to come here to North America in our family. They came with my mother, my uncle, 2 suitcases, and $69. That's all they had. And not only did they survive here, but they thrived. And they are really where I got my work ethic from. But also, it was my grandfather's words: the 2 things you need in life is a business and real estate. So learning that from a young age is exactly why I have businesses and why I have a real estate portfolio. So I started to work at the age of 12. It's very normal in our culture to work for your family at a very young age. So I started working in the kitchen, and then I was bussing tables, and then my parents bought a larger restaurant bar, and that's where I started hostessing, then waitressing, and into bartending. I started at Harry's New York Bar, my parents' first restaurant. I worked there from the age of 12. I didn't get paid there. When I came here to Moe's, that's when I started getting paid. And the pay rate was something around $6 and something cents per hour. And then a few years later, it went up to $8.90 an hour, and the highest I'd ever got was $9.90 per hour. At Moe's, I'd be managing, helping, jumping behind the bar when needed, but I also did a ton of event nights, and they were super successful. Like, I created Coyote Ugly here. I literally took the girls who were interested, I trained them for 3 months on these routines, and one of those events paid for my entire graduate school, for example, and I did 7 of them. I bought my first rental property when I was 22 years old, and I had to do a lot of renovations to it. I used up all my money to buy that house, and then I continued working in order to pay for the renovations. After that point, what I did was continuously work, save my wages, save most of my tips. Again, I did it the slow and steady method, I suppose you can call it. And that's how I bought my second home. And I did the exact same thing on the 3rd house and the 4th house. And I got much more savvy in real estate, and I realized that I don't have to work for 5 years or a few years to save up all this money once I already have all this equity. So I learned that you can refinance properties, use that equity, buy another one, on and on and on we go, right? That's how I was able to amass my multi-million-dollar portfolio. That's how I was able to get into commercial real estate as well. I've always wanted to create a show, whether it was a theater production or dance. And the last time I went to Las Vegas, which I've been many a times, it just like clicked in, like, this is what I want to do. I had sold my bar by this point, so I decided to create the show, and I just started first by finding a choreographer and then all the girls. So we're prepping for our next run. Aside from my businesses, I only invest in real estate. It's going to take me through retirement. It has created and generated the net worth at where I am now. Real estate has given me the opportunity to be financially free.